Hi there, Lou. Hope you and your family had a good time in Miami, and you guys had a lot of fun and went to the beach and had a good time. Super jealous. I'd love to take a vacation at some point, but here we are. So, well, great. I know you probably didn't have a whole lot of time to practice guitar on your trip, but now that you guys are back and getting prepared for next lesson, I got this video lesson right here for us. I got 4 things I want to talk about today. I'm just going to go down the list like I did before, and if you have any questions at the end or unclear about anything or want me to explain something a bit more, do not hesitate to get a hold of me. You know how to call or text and all that good stuff. Email me if you want. Cool. So number 1 I want to go through is reviewing flowers growing up, up, up. Rain is falling down, down, down. Next thing I want to do after that is talk about thud notes. And then third, I want him to start listening to Lightly Row. If not already, I'll send you a link over with the video, and I have a little assignment that I want you guys to do together with that. And then fourthly is, or lastly, is making sure you still practice your twinkle. All right, so I'll just go down the list, and then we'll see how much time we have for everything. All right, cool. So flowers growing up, up, up is, I think we started it last lesson. I can't remember all the colors off the top of my head, so I'm just going to use finger numbers. I can't remember his color dots. I don't have all the kids memorized, unfortunately. So what I want you to do is we're going to review that with him this week. So flowers going up, up, up is G, is second finger, second fret of the 3rd string. And you can do this with the colors with him. I'll just explain to you, and then you'll be able to translate for him and do his colors. So G, second finger, open B, 1st finger, 2nd string, and then I think this is red if I remember right. Red, red, red. So make sure he practices the 2, B, 1, red, red, red. And then I want you to reverse that. Rain is falling down, down, down. So he should basically play it forwards, and then he'll play it backwards. He'll go the red dot, and then 1st finger, wherever dot that is, B, and then 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then G, G, G. So this week, hopefully, he's been working on G and bum, bum, bum. And then rain is falling down, down, down. Now the focus on this one is I want you to make sure that he uses the correct fingers. He's doing a pretty good job of that already as it is. I know 1 and 3 are pretty secure. I know you guys were working a little bit on 1. It was going to give him a little bit of a hiccup, but you know what? We got through that one. And then I've noticed that he sometimes will kind of think for a second. He'll actually use the right one, but he'll think for a second on that 2nd fret. He'll kind of be kind of hopping around and seeing which one to use. Make sure that's the middle finger right there. So you can do the game where we put our guitars on the ground, and then go red dot. And then he has to run over and put his correct finger on there. And if he gets the correct finger, then he wins that round. If not, then you win that round. So that's what I want you to focus on with that, is making sure he's using the correct fingers for flowers growing up, 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 rain is falling down, down, down. Second thing I want you guys to do are called thud notes. And you're gonna be like, well, what is a thud note? Because I don't think we've talked about it yet. Here's what you're gonna do, is that you're gonna ask him, and let's just keep it on the red dot with his ring fingers, since it's a new technique. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take his hand, it's gonna fall asleep, right? It's gonna come up to that red dot, and he's gonna get his moon fingers all there ready to go. I know we've been working a lot on moon fingers, and we're gonna keep on working on those, because that's very, 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 very important. And so you're gonna keep those fingers hovering over top, then he's gonna touch, this is all you're gonna do. He has moving fingers for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, when you get to 1, he's gonna put his ring finger on his bullseye, and on the red dot, but he's not gonna push down. He's only gonna touch the string. So there should be absolutely no, it shouldn't sound like this. It should literally sound, you just touch the string with the ring finger. You get this thuddy sound. So he's gonna do is bring his hand up, moon fingers 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're gonna have that 3rd finger is gonna land right on this red dot, but it will not push down at all. It's just gonna be sitting there, it's literally touching the string. Now you're gonna be like, well, what's the point of this? And the answer is that a lot of times these kids, you'll see this. They don't know how hard to push on the string or on the fretboard. So they'll push too hard. I had one dad the other day say, hey, I think my son doesn't have enough strength to push it down. And actually I told him that his son had far more than he needed to actually press that string down. And if anything, his son was pushing way too hard. And he's like, oh, because he realized that actually to make a sound on this, you would be I'm barely pushing down. I'm like touching the string just a little bit more. So we get Haciel to know how hard to push down on the string. The way you do that is bring it up, touch the string, keep these guys out front like moons, okay? So if the first order of business, I only want him just to focus on getting that third finger there and just touching and not getting a sound out of it. And then keep those fingers relaxed and keep these moons up here. Keep the moons up. Then drop the hand, bring it back up again, roll the dice, ask Alexa how many times he has to do it. They like that one. They like the tech in there too, so you can ask Siri or Alexa or whoever, Google, whoever you have. And how many, pick a number between 1 and 6, and then that'll be the number of times he has to do that. Bring that up. Getting a nice relaxed note there, relaxed finger placement there. So work on those thud notes right there. So bring that up and just touch the string, no pushing down. We'll talk about buzz tones next time. I just want to get the thud note in there. The buzz tones are a bit more challenging. I kind of like to see a student do that while I'm explaining it. And then number 3 that I want you to work on this week is I want you to listen to Lightly Row. That's the next one in the series. We'll just keep on trucking through all the books if we need to. So everyone knows how Twinkle Twinkle Little Star goes. Everyone knows that one. Does he know Lightly Row? And the reason why I think they have such an easy time getting Twinkle down initially is because everyone's really familiar with that melody, so they really don't need to be maybe as active listening as they should. But when you get to the other tunes like Lightly Row or Perpetual Motion or Song of the Wind, May Song, I didn't know them before doing this, and so I had to listen to them. So what I want you to do is I want you to do some active listening this week away from the guitar. And there's something in there called a crescendo. That's when music gets louder and louder. So that's what you'll hear. I'll give you a demonstration. So you see there, I started really soft. And then went into what's called a crescendo, or getting louder. And so we need to get Haciel to hear that. And before we even get him to play that in the song. So this is one of the preps for this tune, is listen to the recording and sit down with him and go, okay, talk about like getting louder and louder and louder. What I like to do is maybe get my rhythm sticks out, and I'm sure you have plenty of sticks at home to bang on. So say, they're probably on the bottom. No, they're there. So I take my sticks, and you can practice, or take your sticks, and you can have him practice getting louder, so. Right? And in understanding so that music isn't just always one volume, but it'll ebb and flow. So practice with him, seeing if you can get him to do a crescendo. And then go to the recording with him that I sent you and see if you can pick out where it is in the tune. And then see if you can do that on his own, and then practice doing crescendos. And then if you want to, it might be a good idea. Maybe he can pick a note on his guitar. It can be any note really. If he understands the concept pretty easily, and you need more activities to do, what you can do is you can practice making crescendos on whatever note. It can be. Whatever he wants to do with that. Other thing I want him to focus on too is to be able to sing the song. I like to have my students be able to sing the song before we even get to it, and that way I know that they know how the tune goes, rather than just trying to mimic different finger patterns that I play them. So I want him to be singing that, and what the words are, or the melody sounds like this. We might have done a little bit already. Words you can teach him could be lightly row, flowers growing up, right? So you can combine that flowers growing up with the lightly row section that we just did. So you can go lightly row, Flowers growing up, up, up. You can have him sing that one with the recording too. That way he'll know how the tune goes. So I want you to practice that for me. And then lastly, the thing is, I want him to still keep on practicing Twinkle. Just because we finish a song doesn't mean that we don't ever play it ever again. Quite the contrary, we actually play it a lot. So even though he'll get to, like the last one in the first book, he might be something, he will still play Lightly Row, or so he'll still play Twinkle. And he'll always be playing that, all the songs for that matter. So still have him practice playing every day his songs. Cool. So just to recap, I want you to do Flowers Swing Up, Up, Up as a review. Rain is falling down, down, down. Make sure you use the correct fingers for that. Number 2, thud notes. We're just putting our finger on the string, making a thuddy sound. It's there so he can start understanding how hard or how soft to push down on the strings. That way he doesn't hurt his hand and he can play faster. Number 3, listen to Lightly Row. Do that active listening assignment I had with crescendos, getting louder in there. See if you can identify them. And lastly, keep on practicing Twinkle. Don't put that one away just because we might not talk about it every lesson. So you'll have to keep that up. And sometimes on the lesson, I'll just say, hey, go ahead and play me an old song that we haven't done before, or a song that we haven't done in a while. So I've been known to do that as well. All right, cool. There it is. So that's the lesson for today. If you have, like I said before, you have questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I don't mind answering it at all. It takes me 2 seconds. And I will see you guys normal time next week. All right, take care. Bye-bye.